Welcome to the Action Lab How to Ask Questions Like a Champ. I'm Melanie Matthews Calhoun, instructional leader, coach, and consultant. I've been in education for almost 3 decades, and I especially love working alongside other educational leaders like you. In this Action Lab, you'll learn different types of coaching questions, why you should use them, and how to do so. Let's start with the foundational question. What is a coaching question? A coaching question is a question that aims to uncover, explore, reflect upon, and challenge the coachee's thought processes. You ask coaching questions to ask for clarification, to uncover assumptions, to look for evidence, to challenge the coachee's views, and to evaluate consequences and implications. Let's take a closer look at the types of coaching questions. I'll jump right in and start with answering the question, how do you ask questions like a champ, before I get to the types of coaching questions? To ask questions like a champ, you must first start by asking good questions. There are 4 types of good questions you can ask. Let's start with open-ended questions. Open-ended coaching questions are those which help the coachee to open up, think for themselves, explore possibilities, and elicit more than just a one-word response. To assure your questions are open-ended and not seeming as though they're placing blame by asking why, start with asking questions that begin with what. Here are some great open ended questions you can use during your coaching conversations, all beginning with what? What problem are you seeing? What makes this problem important to you? What's at risk if we don't solve that problem? What do you think is causing this problem? What factors do you think could be contributing to this problem? What have you thought about trying? What do you expect to happen when you try that? What have you tried already and what did you learn? So asking questions that begin with what will surely keep your questions open-ended. The next type of question is clarifying questions. Clarifying questions are tools used by active listeners to ensure understanding and obtain essential information. These types of questions are simple inquiries of fact. They require brief or concise answers that don't typically provide new information, simply a more concrete understanding of the matter at hand. They require little thought to answer and attempt to shore up any confusion in the information already presented in the discussion. In short, clarifying questions remove ambiguity from a situation to promote accuracy and create a smoother path to new information. To gain greater understanding without getting new information, these are some clarifying questions that you can ask. What do you mean by, what is your main point? How does blank relate to blank? Could you put that another way? What do you think is the main issue? How does this relate to our discussion or problem issue? Can you summarize what you have read or heard? Can you give an example? Could you explain that further? Why do you say that? So all of these will garner clarification for you. Probing questions are a type of follow-up question. They direct the coachee towards providing further details about something that they've said. Probing questions are designed to encourage deep thought about a specific topic. They are intended to promote critical thinking as well as to get the person asked to explore their personal thoughts and feelings about a particular subject. Some examples of great probing questions are, Why do you think that is? What sort of impact do you think this will have? What would you need to change for you to accomplish this? When have you done something like this before? What does this remind you of? What should you ask yourself to further your understanding? What is your prediction? What is your intention? How did you come to this conclusion? What is your biggest fear regarding this? Closed-ended questions have a limited number of specific responses or options, usually soliciting yes/no answers. It is best to use closed-ended questions at the end of a conversation because using them too early in the conversation can prematurely close it out. But open-ended questions can be valuable when you're looking for clear-cut answers. Some examples of closed-ended questions are, do you have time to talk today? Would it be okay if we met tomorrow? Do you feel bad about doing that? Are you ready to co-plan today? Have you already completed your goals? Were you planning to attend the meeting? Is that your final answer? Do you fill in the blank? Asking questions like a champ requires skill and practice, and it's possible. Remember to ask open-ended questions at the beginning and throughout your conversation. Remember to ask clarifying questions to gain a greater understanding of the topic. Remember to ask probing questions to go deeper into the topic and for more information. And remember to ask closed-ended questions to narrow the topic and get to a specific answer. There you have it. Now it's time for you to practice asking questions like a champ. Thank you for watching this Action Lab.